if he makes you feel emotionally alone, even while talking to you, you might be dealing with an emotionally unavailable man. And the scary part? Most people don't realize it until they're already attached. Emotionally unavailable men don't always look cold. Sometimes they look charming, confident, even caring. But deep down, they keep people at a distance without saying it directly. Here are 5 signs you should never ignore. He avoids deep emotional conversations. Every serious talk somehow turns into a joke, or suddenly becomes too much for him. Pay attention to this. When you open up emotionally, he changes the subject instead of understanding you. He may listen for a few seconds, but emotionally, he's somewhere else. This is where it gets interesting. Emotionally unavailable men fear vulnerability, because vulnerability feels dangerous to them. So instead of opening up, they emotionally disappear, even during important moments. Imagine telling him you feel hurt, and he responds with, "You're overthinking." That's not emotional support. That's emotional avoidance. But here's the truth. The more you chase emotional closeness, the more he pulls away. He gives mixed signals constantly. One day he acts obsessed with you. The next day he feels distant and cold. And you keep asking yourself, did I do something wrong? But most of the time, it has nothing to do with you. Emotionally unavailable men struggle with consistency. They crave connection, but fear emotional attachment at the same time. So they come close, then suddenly create distance. Pay attention to this pattern. He texts non-stop for days, then randomly disappears without explanation. And when he comes back, he acts like nothing happened. This confusion keeps you emotionally hooked, because your brain keeps chasing clarity. But here's the problem. Mixed signals are still signals. He avoids commitment, not just relationships, even emotional responsibility. He may say things like, "Let's not label this," or "I'm just not ready right now." And maybe at first, you try to be patient. But months later, nothing actually changes. This is where many people get trapped. They fall in love with potential instead of accepting reality. Pay attention to this. Emotionally available people move toward connection. Emotionally unavailable people delay it. Imagine dating someone for a year, yet still feeling unsure where you stand. That uncertainty is not normal. It slowly drains your emotional energy. But here's the truth. Real love does not keep you emotionally starving. He rarely talks about his feelings, and when he does, it feels shallow or guarded. He may tell you facts about his life, but not emotions. There's a difference. Anyone can share information. Emotional connection requires emotional honesty. This is where it gets interesting. Many emotionally unavailable men were taught that emotions make them weak. So instead of expressing sadness, they hide behind silence. Instead of saying, "I'm hurt," they become distant or irritated. Imagine asking him what's wrong, and he says, "Nothing," even though you can clearly feel something changed. Over time, this emotional wall makes you feel lonely, even inside the relationship. He only shows affection on his terms. Notice this carefully. He comes close when he wants attention, but disappears when you need emotional support. Everything happens according to his emotional comfort, not mutual connection. One moment he's affectionate, calling you, complimenting you, wanting closeness. The next moment, he becomes emotionally unavailable again. This creates an emotional roller coaster, and roller coasters can feel addictive because the highs feel intense, but the lows slowly damage your self-worth. Pay attention to this. Healthy love feels emotionally safe, not confusing, not emotionally exhausting. But here's the truth. You cannot force someone to become emotionally available. No amount of love can heal someone unwilling to open emotionally. And sometimes, the more you try to fix them, the more you lose yourself. Emotionally unavailable men are not always bad people. Some are deeply wounded. Some fear rejection. Some never learned emotional intimacy. But understanding someone does not mean sacrificing your emotional needs. Read that again in your mind. Your needs matter too. You deserve consistency. You deserve emotional safety. You deserve someone who communicates clearly, not someone who keeps you guessing. So if these signs feel painfully familiar, stop ignoring your intuition. Sometimes your heart already knows the truth before your mind accepts it. And remember this: love should not feel like emotional survival. It should feel like peace. If this video helped you understand someone better, make sure to subscribe for more psychology insights and comment below which sign shocked you the most.